Hey everyone, it's Army Gaming. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Monster Legends. Welcome to a sneak peek video. We have some new monster skill sets released, so this is going to be a lot of fun. Now I just want to emphasize, because this is a sneak peek, this is an ML leak video, everything you're about to see, it is not official, it is not confirmed. Alright guys, so with that being said, I'm on Chinchilla links, link in the description below if you want to follow along for yourself and see all upcoming information yourself. Let's jump right into it. The first thing we have, this was released on the 22nd, I'm recording this on the 26th, so we have Fungheratops. I believe this is the next PvP monster? I could be wrong. No, yes, he is the next PvP monster. Alright, Dino, Alien Dino, let's see what you have. Let me see if I can scroll in. Oh no, okay, that's fine. Alright, we have deals low dark damage, gains as much life as damage dealt. It's been a while since we've seen a monster that recovers HP after dealing damage. Deals low nature damage. Oh, interesting. We have a dark attack and a nature attack. Applies taunt to itself. Okay, so we have taunt. Alright, applies damage mirror and life regen to itself. Deals moderate nature damage, applies bleed and vulnerable. Whoa, no. Vulnerable to itself or to the enemies? Deals low moderate damage to enemies, applies bleed to enemies, applies vulnerable to itself. If this applies vulnerable to itself, and this is a taunt monster, that is not going to be good. Well, I guess it's a taunt skill, never mind. But regardless, you don't want to apply vulnerable to yourself. You become susceptible to all enemy attacks. So that's no bueno. If this works against the enemy, then I like that, because then you're bleeding and vulnerable in the enemy. Deals moderate dark damage to enemies, gains as much life as damage dealt, applies poison to enemies. Yeah, so this monster has nature and dark. Like, I can see this monster with a unrelenting assault, being able to AoE bleed, AoE poison, and then also deal with dark damage and nature damage. That's pretty cool. Applies taunt and increased healing to itself. Deals very heavy dark damage, gains as much life as damage, applies vulnerable to itself. Oh, that is not good. Overall, this monster is not that great. Yeah, deals massive nature damage. Again, he kind of swaps in the attacks. Dark nature. Can do bleed, can bleed poison. I really hope this is a type 1 that's actually to the enemy. If it's to the south, I am not a fan of. Especially because this taunt skill only does taunt. And then this taunt skill does increased healing, but you still need a way to heal. And yeah, you have skills that deal damage, but you're first gonna have to do taunt, increase healing, and then it better not get cleansed, and then you can actually attack and recover HP. Oh my gosh, I'm not feeling this monster. There's a new monster you can obtain in multiplayer tournaments this season. Dark Tank. He can steal massive amounts of life at the cost of making himself vulnerable. Also, it's not a typo. Yeah, that's the way it works. He can gain damage mirror and life regen. Yeah, damage mirror, life regen. Taunt, increased healing. He can make enemies bleed. Abomination at rank 0. That's good. Becomes hardened at rank 1 and at 3 he'll gain damage mirror. I like the damage mirror at the start of the battle. No taunt trait. I'm not liking the monster. I think I agree with the poop emoji. I'm not liking the monster. Yeah, so next PvP monster, guys. Another season where I might just chill and not even worry about PvP. Alright, so yeah, whatever. That's the PvP monster. But we have 3 new movesets, including the brand new race monster, Clocksuko. I was guessing this monster was going to be a time stop baby reversion monster. Let's see if I was right. Because I'm looking through, I think I called it right on the dot. You can just tell with some monster designs. Moderate magic damage applies stamina leak. Low magic damage transforms one enemy into a baby. This is a spammable skill. You can use it whenever you want. Notice how it says no cooldown, or it doesn't have, it requires cooldown. So spammable, attack a little rabbit, turns you into a baby. Restores all cooldowns on itself, applies cooldown protection to itself. So this is cool. With Eternal Dragon, any skill that has a high high cooldown, basically restore it, and then your cooldown protection, so you can't get hit with CDA. So players that are utilizing Flame Arrow will not be able to hit you. Transform one ally into a baby, applies life regen to one ally, applies stamina regen to the... Okay, so you turn any teammate you want into a baby. It gets life regen, so it will recover by 25 HP, and it even gets stamina regen. So, interesting skill. I believe there are some ways to utilize it. For example, your monster is about to die, you transform into a baby. Now the enemy, unless they have Pierce, they can't attack your monster that is now a baby. You'll get the life regen and the stamina regen. So when that monster... Yeah, so it's a way to, like, kind of guarantee that life regen, stamina regen to the monster you choose. Let's see. So interesting. I don't know if I would personally run it, but it's interesting. I have fought bases that use Cat, and Cat is going, like, first, and then Cat transforms her whole team into a baby. And it's kind of smart, because then I can't attack, but then when they get back to adults, then I just kick their butts, so I don't know. Let's see, we have deals moderate magic damage, transforms one enemy into a baby, and stamina leak. So single target one enemy monster. I don't know if I would run this. When I have this spammable one, little rabbit over here, Like, yeah, you apply Stamina Leak, but I don't know. I'm liking this more. By the way, this would be a useful one to put. This is, like, I can already tell you. You run this monster with Dispelling Fist going first in the turn order, and you target the enemy MEGA-TAUNT monster, and then with Dispelling Fist, so you transform them into a baby, and you get rid of their MEGA-TAUNT. Like, that's good synergy right there. Let's see. Deals moderate magic. Oh, we went over that. Deals moderate magic damage. Applies time stop. You can prevent them from getting an extra turn carried by Ox. That's cool. So once again, going back to the MEGA-TAUNT mechanic, running this monster with Dispelling Fist, you are able to remove the MEGA-TAUNT and prevent them from getting a turn, so they can't reapply the MEGA-TAUNTs. So I'm liking that a lot. Carried by Ox. Let's see. Transforms all enemies into a baby. Transform all allies into a baby. So the whole playing field gets transformed to a baby. Interesting. I don't see the point of this, although I do see some great synergy with, like, you run Cruel Electric on your team. He has Artifact. He can transform into a baby. You're in a monster immune to control. Alright, so you have your team not transform into a baby. The enemy transforms, but then they'll lose it, or... Yeah, I guess there could be some interesting synergy for this. I'm curious what players will do. Or the enemy doesn't have a... Like, you have a MEGA-TAUNT, the enemy doesn't have a MEGA-TAUNT, so then only your monster gets transformed to a baby, and then all of them get transformed to a baby? Yeah, interesting. Deals moderate magic damage, applies time stop. We have an AoE time stop. This is good. This is going to be a race monster. Monsters that are immune to control are not immune to time stop. This is, like, unique. Monsters that are immune to control are immune to baby reversion, but time stop is unique. This can land on anyone, even if they're immune to control. So, yeah, I can see this monster as a 3-speed, run Dispelling Fist, deal with MEGA-TAUNT, either by transforming into a baby or by time stopping it, and next turn, AoE time stop. I can definitely see that being used. Ultimate, the Revenge of the Cat. What? Deals heavy magic damage, applies time stop and curse. Wow, I have to wonder what the upcoming talents are gonna do. It's gonna be for the Golden Pass monster and Corrupted Wicca. I wonder what they're gonna utilize. Because Wicca's a dodge area monster, right? And Corey's like a elemental monster. Like, is it gonna be dots? Is it gonna be able to synergize with this monster? Maybe, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see, but I gotta say, I like him. I kind of figured he'd do baby reversion and time stop. He does literally both. The meta right now hasn't really revolved around deniers, but I think this is one denier you could have going 3-speed. Again, just getting rid of MT with Dispelling Fist, and then following up with a time stop AoE, or like single baby reversion or something. So I think I can definitely see use for this monster for sure. But let us keep going. Let's see what else we have. We have Swamzoad. Deals moderate water damage, applies freeze. Oh wow, spammable freeze skill right here. Wow. Moderate earth damage, applies quicksand. I'm gonna call it. This monster's gonna have like the mountain trait. He has water and earth attacks. So he has a spammable quicksand, spammable freeze. Okay. Double healing, life regen. Okay. Heals by 50%. Okay, we're looking at a tank. Deals moderate earth damage, quicksand, life regen to itself. Okay. Deals moderate earth damage, quicksand to all enemies, heals by 20. I like that every attack does something. Deals heavy water damage to one enemy, applies mega freeze to one enemy, applies quicksand to one enemy. Wow, freeze for 2 turns and hit him with the dots. Okay, deals moderate water damage to all enemies, applies freeze. What the heck, a denier? Double freeze. So this increases the likelihood of landing, especially against like a bulwark monster, tough, hardened monster. Removes positive status effects from all enemies, applies mega freeze, applies quicksand. Oh, he's so interesting. Swamzoad. Alright, let's go over him again. So, Cold Breeze for sure. Double Freeze. Frozen Swamp for sure. The Mega Freeze. I like that. Deals moderate earth damage, applies quicksand. If you're running like a Burning Hands on this guy, you can do quicksand and burn and heal. Deals heavy moderate single quicksand life regen. Oh man, he has too many skill sets I like. Heals by 50%. If he has taunts, if this was like a taunt monster, I don't know how I would run him. Let's see. I think Spammable Freeze you would run because even though you have 2 other free skills here, you want to be able to use a skill whenever. You can do without the Mutated Toe. Double healing to itself and life regen. I do like that the life regen and double healing is together. That way you don't have to double healing one turn and then life regen the other, but you get the benefit if you can keep it on for the next turn. Heals by 50%. If you Sludge Bath after Mud Recovery, that is 100% heal. And if you are, if you were to get possessed, you could always use these skills like this. Deals Mud Earth. Gosh, I don't know. I like the monster. I don't think he'll be used heavily though. I'll say that. I think we have too many other Megaton he's not even a Megaton monster. We have too many Megaton monsters in the game. We have too taunt monsters in the game. I don't know what trait or anything this monster will have. I'm gonna guess mountain plus something else. If he was a taunt monster, I think he could be good for that, all that freezing potential and that healing potential. Next up, we have Kenrei. Deals moderate metal damage to one enemy. Applies a 30% life shield to itself. Applies skill mirror and damage boost to itself. This is nice. I like skill mirror plus something else. Skill mirror, remember, actually reflects the attack that is cast against you, as opposed to a damage mirror that only reflects the damage output. We have a skill that deals moderate metal damage and removes shields. I feel like we have a lot of monsters that remove shields. Like every season, SP releases someone else. Like Minos removes shields. Gartox removes shields. There's probably someone in season 3 that removes shields. But yeah, okay, so we have someone that removes shields. Applies a 50%. That's funny because he even casts himself shields. Applies a 50% life shield and gives 1 extra turn. Oh, that is a good skill. So you get an immediate 50% life shield and an immediate turn for you to do something else. That way it's not just a 50% shield, right? That's awesome. So like we look at this monster here, heals by 50%. Okay, cool. But this guy's like, I'm going to give myself a shield and an extra turn to do something else. Alright, so maybe after this 50% life shield, you skill mirror damage boost. Alright, let's see. Or you 50% life shield and then remove enemy shields. Alright, we have deals heavy metal damage to one enemy, applies damage boost to itself. Okay, a strong attack. Deals very heavy metal damage to one enemy, removes shields from one enemy. Ooh, no, I wish this was swapped. I wish this would have removed shields and then dealt heavy metal damage. Like, you fight a Mouseron, you're probably only going to remove the shield. And then, like, you get what I mean? Like, the damage output is not going to be strong enough to get rid of the life shield from Mouseron. So if this would have been flipped, that would have been way better. It also applies a 3-turn death countdown. This guy's like, I don't need Banishing Touch, I got my own. Alright, requires cooldown. Applies Megaton and a 30% life shield to itself. Interesting. So he is our Mega-TAUNT monster. Oh, yeah, by the way, this is a future, let me see. This guy right here, he's going to be the next Maze monster. So it looks like so far my theory is correct. SP is giving away a Corruptor monster every single, Corruptor monster, a Mega-TAUNT monster every single month. And it looks like he's going to be another Metal Corruptor monster, which is weird because we just got Hammergrum. Funny enough, he also looks like he could be Thunder, but based on the skill sets, he has metal-based attack. So another Metal Mega-TAUNT monster. It looks like we're going to be getting Mega-TAUNT 30% shield to itself. Deals heavy metal damage, applies Mega Stun. Metal tank with, yeah, see? So he's going to be metal with Mega Taunt and Shield Break skills. I don't like him, to be honest. I don't like him. Like, yes, he can apply them. Okay, so let me ignore the fact that he's trying to be an attacker. Let me just look at him from a tank perspective. I would run Mega Taunt 30% life shield. Actually, I do love this. I do love that 50% shield. So, Mega Taunt 30% life shield. 50% life shield extra churn. That's 2 skills I would definitely run. Heals heavy metal damage, applies damage boost to itself. Deals very heavy metal damage, removes shields, 3-turn death countdown. Spammable 30% shield, skill mirror. You know what I will say about this monster? I feel like it's going to depend on the cooldown on this. I'm assuming it's going to be like a 2 or 3-turn cooldown. But can you imagine this monster being the last monster alive and you're running the 3-turn death countdown? And you're fighting an enemy monster that cannot cleanse. They have no way to cleanse. This monster might be able to out-tank them and survive. And you went with the 3-turn death countdown. Right? It's going to come down to, like, I can see this monster holding, I hope he doesn't have a sword relic. I can see him having, like, an armor relic, right? Where he runs, like, Wengzo's shield. But I could see this monster, like, you 3-turn death countdown, right? And now you're just trying to survive. You're trying to outlast the enemy. So you set up your 50% life shield. And then you set up your skill mirror. So if you're fighting someone that could deny you, hey, if they throw a deny skill at you, you'll deny them, and they only have 3 turns to live. So they got to be very careful. And again, they got to be able to cleanse it. If they can't cleanse it, they're dead in 3 turns. So maybe I can see this monster like on a 1v1 at the end, once you lost your allies, enemy lost their allies, and you're going up against someone. I feel like you could maybe take him down because he can just out-tank them. In terms of him being an attacker, I don't think I'd run him as an attacker. You do have that skill mirror. So he starts the game off with Mega-TAUNT. You apply skill mirror. You're running some strength. You have some attack skills. No, but I think what I would run is the Mega-TAUNT 30% life shield. The 3-turn death countdown. So that's 2. The 50% life shield and the skill mirror. I think that's what I would run. But then you have to keep in mind that, yeah, I think that would be the main skill set for me. You do have that 30% life shield. spammable, but I think you could do without it. Again, this is just interesting to me. Like, this guy versus any Megaton monster, he'd kill the Megaton monster, right? Well, not Bombeta, because Bombeta can cleanse, but like a Hammergrom, if you can land it, but a Hammergrom, you can out-tank Hammergrom, and then the 3-turn death cannon will kill them. An Ollie, right? You can out-tank Ollie. A Mouseron, you can out-tank them all, and they die with a 3-turn death countdown. So that's interesting, I think. That's interesting. I don't know how you feel about him. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Let me know what you think about him in the comments below, because I definitely do like this. This is like my favorite part for a Megaton monster. The fact that he can easily 50% life shield himself, and that extra turn just helps make everything else go down. So I do like that a lot, and I do like Skill Mirror. Yeah, I feel like I'm trying to be... When I see all these attack skills, I'm like, hey, dude, you don't need to be an attacker. But if you just ignore the attack skills, then he can just rely on tanking. So yeah, I really want to hear your guys' thoughts on this monster. I think that's it as far as the information. Here are, here's the next book. Here's the next Legends Pass, and then we have these monsters. We have the boys coming up, and that's all we know for now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We have 4 new skill sets, so let me know what you think about all the monsters. Do you guys like Clocksuko? Not really. What do you think of Swamzoad? And of course, the main monster, our Megaton monster. Any and all thoughts, let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys very much, and remember to subscribe.